Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MegaMek. But first, a quick shout out. Mike's Treasure Hunt has followed on YouTube. So thank you for joining and welcome to the party, and I hope you have as good a time as I have. We're starting with this battle that we began last week. We're trying to capture this hostile airbase. There are quite a number of enemy forces on the field, as well as some friendlies in the form of a Clint, a Griffin, a Trebuchet, and a Vedette, and a house officer that we have to protect, and the Phoenix Hawk. Our objective is to destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units present, and preserve the house officer, 50% of our forces. And then, of course, if we leave the base turrets intact, we can capture the facility, or if we can destroy the turrets, we can destroy the facility. Hey, Varank, how's it going? Yes, here I am. Glad you were able to join me. After that quick overview, we were in the middle of a battle. I don't know if you can tell, but there are a ton of hostile units on this map. We've sent forces up the middle, and that's going to be, that was Warwolf and Hoser. We sent, I think that was Ash and Stiletto up this side, and they've made good progress. And it was, no, it was Stiletto and Tsubasa up the right side and Ash up the left side. We also have reinforcements in the form of, what is that? Never remember which lance is which. That's Galatea Lance? Yeah, Galatea Lance, landing on the map next turn, coming from the northwest. So I was looking at the map before we began today, and I think I'm going to be coming in primarily on this road because it's closer to this intersection, which is how we get to the battle. Also, coming down that road gives us a nice clear line of sight down here to where Stiletto and Tsubasa are, hopefully keeping them a little bit covered in the meantime. Now comes everyone's favorite part of the episode, the part where I replace the players with Princess, and hopefully they keep their original settings like they usually do. Seems to be a little laggy. I don't know if that's because I've got the map so zoomed out, but I feel like Hoser wants to keep his distance naturally. But with enemy artillery on the ground, we have to move forward or move backwards, one or the other. We cannot stand still. Who do we move first? We've got this PPC turret and this SRM turret covering this stretch of road, and we move Tsubasa past there, get him into the fight. We can, and we can be all up on this assassin who hasn't moved yet, or the Manticore who has. The Manticore has a lot of armor, I saw, but I didn't see what weapons it has. I think it's a PPC and some SRMs. PPC, LRMs, and SRMs, and a medium laser for good measure. So yeah, we'll get up in close to that. Try to sink some initiative here. Because they've got, I think, the turrets all moving. That's kind of... So we've got Ash and the laser boat archer. We can come up here and harass this Thunderbolt or the Vedette. Which dragon is this? That is an autocannon 5 dragon with the LRM 10 being his primary weapon. I think 4 hexes is a good distance to be from the dragon. Short range for his autocannon, but that's only 5 points. And yeah, I know you want me to stay far, far away. But we've got to be in the fight at least. We can finish off this Tokugawa from over here and maybe take some pot shots at this Locust if he only has a target movement mod of 1. Actually, I kind of want to be within 6 hexes of that Locust. I think I'm going to try to blast the Locust and maybe kick the Tokugawa next turn. Or actually, that'll be 2 consecutive kicks. That'll be 1 from Warwolf, because he'll be standing on the Tokugawa, and 1 from Hoser next turn. Oh, and there's an enemy Shadow Hawk, or Phoenix Hawk. Oh, so many hostiles. That assassin got the heck out of there. He's now behind Ash. I'm not too worried about it. The medium laser and the SRM2 are not powerful weapons, but Ash's rear armor is already taking damage. That medium laser hits left torso. That could be internal. We can't quite jump in behind the assassin. Could jump in behind the dragon. I think I want to turn that way in case there's someone lurking in that space. Alright, so the Vedette and the Phoenix Hawk both had to make their piloting checks. The Phoenix Hawk needs to get needed one for standing up. The Vedette for reckless driving on pavement. They both make them successfully. The Thumper, that's the enemy Thumper, landing on some buildings. They're absorbing a bunch of damage. Holzer's Ride takes 10 from artillery to 5 to each arm, down to 14 there and there. But otherwise, mostly ineffectual. As usual, we start with the biggest guns we got, and that's going to be PPCs. We've got the Locust on 2s. We could really mess him up. All we would need is 1 solid leg hit, I think. Yeah, even on his good leg, a PPC would just absolutely demolish him. Let's go for the kill. Does Hoser have an artillery magnet? Apparently. That little antenna dish on his head. A homing beacon. We'll go ahead and fire 2 PPCs, large laser, and 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Maybe not the large. Well, here. Doesn't work out either. Didn't mean to do that. How do we do this? There's a pattern to it. I remember there is. 3 PPCs, 3 mediums. Is that it? Yeah. 3 PPCs, 3 mediums. That puts us at 4 heat. And hopefully that gives us a dead Locust. Warwolf has shots on this Phoenix Hawk, who didn't do anything apparently except stand up. Has shots on 2s at close range. He's already taken some damage. Go ahead, we'll skip the LRMs. Or, yeah, it looks like, well, we can fire 1 of the LRMs. It's a long shot, but you never know when an extra 10 points of damage will come in handy. That puts us at 1 heat for the turn. Let's lay into this Thunderbolt. Hopefully he's a terrible pilot and we can knock him down. He's a 4-4, so knocking him down is actually going to be a bit of a challenge. And on 8s, we can only expect about 40% of those to hit, so that's going to be 3, 4 if we're lucky. So the contrary-wise, the Vedette, because he's more evasive. We'll stick with the 8s. Even though the Vedette's probably easier to kill, he's harder to hit this turn, so we'll wait. Stiletto into the back of the dragon. Well, not the back, but the left flank. That's gonna be everything on 5s, looks like, for 1 heat. And Tsubasa at the Manticore, that's gonna be 1 of the larges and the 4 mediums. Alright, the SRM turret, missing the friendly Griffin, the PPC turret, hitting the friendly Vedette in the left side and the front, costing it a movement point. Friendly Phoenix Hawk shooting at a building and dealing some damage to it. It's down to 56 structure from 78. The medium laser turret firing back at the Phoenix Hawk, hitting it in the right leg and the right arm, down to 5 armor on that right arm. The Vedette at the Locust, glancing off the left torso for 2 damage. The Clint shooting at one of these turrets and hitting it for 15 points. The enemy Phoenix Hawk firing at the Stalker, hitting with seemingly everything. No, literally everything. Right leg with the large laser, left torso, center torso with medium lasers, and the right torso with a small. We're down to 6 armor on that right torso. Stalker maybe needs to start thinking about pulling out. The Vedette missing the Archer on an 11, the Trebuchet shooting at a building for 10 points. Scimitar hitting the Trebuchet in the left arm for 5, leaving it with 5. The Vedette missing on 10s. Griffin shooting at a building for 15, down to 58 structure. Hoser firing at the Locust, hitting it in the left torso, destroying it, blowing off the left arm and transferring into the center torso. Again with the left torso, transferring into the center torso. The left leg destroyed, medium laser to the left arm. If only that hadn't been a glancing blow, that would have been an outright kill. As it is, he's down to 3 structure, and he's not going to take 3 points from falling, so he's still alive for next turn. Yeah, bug killing. I took a nearly pristine Locust and just absolutely wrecked it. Yeah, it survived. It's missing a leg and an arm. It's down to 3 structure. We'll be down to 1 probably after it falls. The Locust returning fire, hitting the Stalker in the left torso and left arm with medium lasers. The Stalker at the Phoenix Hawk, hitting with, looks like just about everything. We've got large lasers to the right torso and right arm, medium lasers to the left arm, head, center torso, and left torso again. Left torso for the first time, down to 13 armor there. The LRMs missed predictably, and 4 SRMs to the arms, left torso, and left arm again. And 5 more SRMs, mostly to the left torso, down to 5 structure on that torso, down to 2 on the right arm. The enemy Valkyrie firing at our friendly Clint, hitting with 8 LRMs, destroying the right arm and transferring into the right torso rear. And then hitting the right arm, transferring into the right torso rear again, and hitting on his autocannon ammo. So that is a friendly mech down. Thunderbolt at the Cronus, hitting with the large laser to the right leg, medium laser to the right arm, down to 5 armor on that arm. Our Archer at the Thunderbolt, hitting 1, 2, 3 medium lasers to the left leg, left arm, and right torso. That's not going to be a piloting check. Maybe fall and die? No, he's only going to take 2 from falling. He's still got 3 structure. The Dragon at the Archer, landing the autocannon to the right torso, medium laser to the right leg, skipping the LRMs. Interesting. Cronus at the Dragon, hitting glancing blow off the left arm, medium lasers to the left torso and left leg, small laser to the left arm, and a glancing blow to the right leg. That's 10, 15, 16 points of damage. That's also going to be shy of a PSR. The Assassin into the back of the Archer, missing on 10s and 12s. Blackjack at the Manticore, hitting it in the front, the left side, the turret, the left side, and the front, immobilizing it with one of those side hits. Stalker needs a 6 to stay standing because of the strong gale. Only gets a 5. Takes 5 to the left torso, down to 2 armor there, and 4 to the center torso. Warwolf needs a 6 to avoid damage and a 3 to stay conscious. He gets it with a 9. Locust falls down, takes 2 to the right arm, 2 armor remaining, needs a 12 to avoid consciousness, or a 12 to avoid damage and a 3 to stay conscious. Phoenix Hawk took 40 points of damage, needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 4. Falls down on his center torso for 5, doesn't get the crit, doesn't take any pilot damage. Physical attacks. Nope. Friendly Vedette is in front of us. Stiletto can go for a kick on the Dragon on 5. Tsubasa can kick the immobile Manticore. Let's see. Allied Griffin kicking the building for 11 down to 47 structure. The Cronus missing his kick on the Dragon and falling down, taking 6 to the right leg down to 5 armor there. Needs a 5 to avoid damage, gets a 9. The assassin punching the archer on an 11 and missing. The blackjack kicking the manticore on and hitting the turret for 9. Hoser's at 4 heat. Trebuchet and Griffin are both at 5. The Phoenix Hawk is at 8. The enemy Phoenix Hawk is at 9. So those Phoenix Hawks are both going to have targeting penalties next turn. We've lost initiative for deployment phase, and I think after the start of battle that carries into the actual initiative for the turn. It is our turn to deploy. We're going to start with our fastest boy up front. That's going to be the quick draw. Let's see, the Orion did the math. This is hex 1618, so these guys are going to be 2 hexes closer than these guys. This guy can't do that. So what do I put up there? Thinking the Orion, because he's got the LRMs more than anything. We'll do the Warhammer in the back, and the Marauder 5A with its pulse lasers and SRMs right there in the middle. Yeah, that was a lot of misses. I'm particularly upset about the Cronus missing the kick and falling on his leg. Okay, I was wondering why Warhol wasn't able to kick the Tokugawa, and that's because he went prone, I forgot. Do we want to advance and make ourselves a target to the Thunderbolt and this Vedette? We're down to single digits on our left and right torso armor. And the left and right torso is where we keep some ammo. We also keep some in the arms. I don't like those odds. Let's go ahead and have Warwolf back up. Needing a 7. Ouch. Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself. Okay. No pain. Alright. Hoser is going to advance into his spot. Hoser has significantly more armor, no less than 13 in any location, excluding the head, of course. Maybe get a pair of kicks on this Tokugawa. And kind of protect ourselves from all of this mess over here off this main road. Let's see, we can sync some initiative with these guys. Let me Medical Shogun, you're not going to be in range for anything. You might as well sprint. You get 2 more hexes out of that. We run, we've got extreme range on nobody. But again, we might as well sprint. Quick draw. The large laser instead of LRMs. Our detriment this time, I think. And that's no shot on anyone, so we might as well sprint. Of course, the Orion. Also with, oh, there's a Sabaku Kaze there. We might have range on the LRM 15. That's extreme range. He's not super evasive, so that's what, base 10, 9 for our gunnery, 10 for walking, 11 for his movement. Is it worth it? I don't think it is. Let's go ahead and sprint. Alright, Stiletto, fall back this turn. Since you're down to 5 on your leg, your left torso is open. I don't want your back to anyone, least of all that assassin. Five to get up, and we made it, and oh, we're right there by a sniper artillery turret with 118 structure that we're not going to be able to penetrate. No, I don't want to be that close to those turrets. We'll move forward a little bit. We'll step on the Manticore. We'll shoot the Vedette or the Thunderbolt. Tsubasa's armor is basically untouched. I feel like we can wither a barrage from the Thunderbolt and the Dragon if we need to. Ash. We jump over here. Land the Dragon some more. It's a relatively protected position. I like it. Alright, Locust ejects, so I will make a note of that. 95 goes to Hoser. So you didn't get the kill, but you did get the ejection, which counts for a kill in my book. Stalker needed a 7, got a 10. Thunderbolt needed a 4, got a 6. Phoenix Hawk needed a 5, got a 7. Dragon needed a 6, got an 11. Dragon needed a 6, got a 7. Cronus needed a 5, got an 11. So everyone made their checks relatively little difficulty. We've got buildings and our allied Vedette taking artillery fire. 15 points, 10 of which to the front, injuring the driver and leaving it with 0 armor. 5 to the left side, costing it half of its movement points and leaving it with 3 armor. Sniper turret, missing and scattering, hitting the enemy Phoenix Hawk in the left and right arm, critting on his large laser. So that's fortunate. And then sniper killing the enemy pilot as well, Yoshi Chon, destroyed by artillery damage. Hoser. Okay, this Phoenix Hawk is still over here. And it looks like that's the only target we have. Yeah, sniper turret is blocked by terrain. So we'll go ahead. We'll do, I think, 1 PPC on 3s. We'll do, oh, that's right, the medium lasers are the legs. So it's going to be PPCs and large laser only. So I think that's going to be 3 PPCs. I don't want to build up 5 heat and impair our mobility. As well throw in the small laser on a 5 while we're at it. Werewolf, doesn't look like you have any targets. Oh no, the Tokugawa is still in front of you. I missed that. Where is the Tokugawa weakest? On its front. Okay, well we can shoot it in the front. Only going to take a medium laser. We'll go ahead and just fire lasers. We'll take a cooldown turn. One of those should hit the front and be the kill. If not, we can kill it. I'm okay with making the bug eject, but I think Hoser might need a talking to if he only has locusts and wasps painted on his mech. I mean, a kill is a kill in my book. And just because it wasn't, I guess you would call it a worthy kill of a mech of your caliber and a pilot of your caliber, it's still a medium laser and an SRM that's off the field. Or a medium laser and, actually that locust, 2 medium lasers and 2 small lasers. That was the good locust, the one with firepower and no serious lack of armor. Okay, so we're firing on the Thunderbolt again on 9s. We'll see if we maybe hit with 3 of those this time. 3 might be a stretch. However, oh, we've got 5s with the large, 7s, because we didn't jump. 5, 7s, and 9s with the missiles because of the storm. We might have a chance of knocking down that Thunderbolt this turn. Looks like Tsubasa is taking a fair amount of fire from the Thunderbolt, the Assassin, and the Dervish. Wasn't quite prepared for that level of hostility. We've got a Vedette here. We could lay in on the Thunderbolt on 4s and 6s. We could go for the Dragon on 5s and 7s. I'm thinking the Thunderbolt. A pretty good pilot. He's a 4-4. Dragon is a 5-6, so he's less of a threat. Yeah, let's see if we can bump up the mod on his piloting check at the end of the round. We've got 4s and 6s. Hopefully we can deal 40 points of damage to him. The Orion sprinted, the Quick Draw sprinted, the Warhammer and the Marauder both sprinted. Let's see, the House Officers firing on a turret building, it's down to 34 structure. The enemy Phoenix Hawk firing at Poser's Ride, hits it in the right leg with a medium laser and the right torso with a small. Down to 8 armor on that leg. It's maybe problematic. That was the weakest location you've got, if I recall. The Vedette missing the Archer, the Vedette hitting Poser's Ride in the right torso rear with a machine gun. Our allied Trebuchet hitting the building for 27 missiles, leaving it with 7 structures and critting on a medium laser. Sabaku Kaze at the Trebuchet hitting it with, ouch, 3 medium lasers and 2 smalls. That's going to be a piloting check for him. That's right arm down to 5, right torso down to 6, left leg down to 5, right arm down to 2, right torso down to 3. Griffin firing at a different building, hitting it with the large laser and 2 mediums and all 5 LRMs. Down to 24 structure there. Panther at the Griffin missing on 9s and 8s. Hoser firing on the Phoenix Hawk, destroying the right arm with his first shot and transferring into the right torso. Second shot and third shot to the center torso, leaving it with 0 on the center torso. So that is a Phoenix Hawk down. So that's 2 kills in 2 turns. Missing on 6s. Missed on a 6. See 3s, 8s, 4s. He hit you with a 6. 10s, 9s, hit with a 6. 3s, 5s. I'm okay with 2 kills in 2 turns and can paint a Phoenix Hawk on the mech. Yeah, it's not so much about the size of the targets that you're taking down, it's the rapidity with which you're taking them down. If you could take down a Locust every other turn and a Phoenix Hawk on the alternating turns, that's a lot of guns off the field in a pretty short amount of time. Okay, so the Valkyrie taking a pot shot at you on a 10 and missing. Stalker at the Tokugawa hitting it with the first shot in the front and destroying the Tokugawa. The Thunderbolt landing a hit to the Blackjack's right leg with a large laser, down to 9 armor there. Ash at the Thunderbolt hitting it in the right torso rear with the first medium laser. Left arm, right arm, that's 15. Dragon at the Blackjack hitting it in the left torso with an autocannon 5, down to 11 armor there. Dervish at the Blackjack hitting 4 LRMs to the right arm. Cronus at the Thunderbolt for another 18 to the right torso, left torso, center torso. The Assassin missing on 10s, 11s, and 12s. The Blackjack at the Thunderbolt hitting it in the right torso for 8. Right leg, center torso, left arm for 5 each, down to 5 on that left arm. So that's another 23 points of damage on the Thunderbolt. And the dual SRM 6 turret landing 8 SRMs on the friendly Griffin. Looks like right arm takes 2, right torso takes 2, center torso takes 2, left arm, left leg each take 1. Medium laser turret at the friendly Phoenix Hawk, hitting it in the right leg, the right arm, and left torso. Trebuchet needs an 8 to stay standing, gets a 9. Thunderbolt needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 9. So I don't want to say that was all for nothing, but it was less effective than I was hoping it would be. Hoser is not going to kick the building. Warwolf will kick the Vedette on a 3, please. Ash would like to hatchet the dragon on a 6. Or we could kick on a 5. That's going to be a 14-point hatchet blow. If we can hit him in the left or right torso, what's good there? We've got ammo, and we've got ammo. Yeah, let's go ahead and hatchet him. Hopefully we can catch him in the torso. left or right and crit on some ammo on a 6. Stiletto can kick the sniper turret. Tsubasa can kick the Manticore on a -1. Alright, Trebuchet kicked the Sabakukaze in the right side, stunning the crew for a turn, leaving it with 12 armor. Griffin kicking the building down to 13 structure and stunning the crew. Stalker kicking the Vedette in the rear for 17, costing it a movement point. Archer missing the hatchet attack on the dragon, unfortunately. Needed a 6, got a 5. The Panther kicking the friendly Griffin in the left leg for 7, down to 3 armor there. Cronus kicking the building. Blackjack kicking the Manticore in the rear. It's already immobile. And Griffin needs a 7 to stay standing, gets an 11. And we picked up a pilot. Zabia Odindo. We've won initiative going into round 7. We're at 92%. Our allies are at 63%. House officer is at 92%. Base turrets are still at 96%. Primary op 4 is down to 57%. Sniper is landing in 0 turns. Alright, Orion. Going to be taking shots at this Sabakukaze again. Or for the first time. He'll be taking more shots than were already taken by the Trebuchet. Oh, thank you. The quick draw is going to get all up and close and personal with the SRM turret. Is that a good idea? That's how many quad SRM 4s? Just for one turn. 12 SRM, or 16 SRMs. He hits with half of them, that's gonna hurt. I'm counting on him hitting with less than half. Those PPCs into range. Oh, Dervish is not where he needs to be. There we go. Now we can clearly see that we can't see the Dervish. And we're not in range of the dragon, so we might as well sprint, get those pulse lasers into action as quickly as possible. And also, if we run next turn, we should be here, which is out of sight of the SRM turret. Oh, there's a laser carrier there that I did not notice before. That's an issue. Laser carriers are nasty in the same way SRM carriers are nasty. Hoser, I know you like to keep your distance, but I really need to get your guns in the fight. There's nothing but a Vedette behind you. I'm gonna hold off and see where we stand. Maybe advance on Thunderbolt. What is this building? I'm planning next turn. If we're standing here, we should have cover from the SRM turret. Okay, so we'll jump to here this turn and maybe back up next turn. Hoser's guns are in the fight at long range. Alright, I'll see what I can do. But for right now, you haven't got any targets. Depending on what this Valkyrie does. Alright, Cronus. Come over here and shoot at this Vedette and then kick the sniper turret again, I think. I need to move him up, move him up. We'll see. I'll hold off. I'll see what I can do as far as covering him as much as possible. Ash can jump here, lay into the Thunderbolt some more. How fast is this Vedette? This Vedette is 4-6. So he could back up into the same square as me, and then I'd only be able to step him. And I've lost sight of the Valkyrie. Oh no, he's gonna turn into an alley and make himself really difficult to spot. Alright, I'm gonna step up to the mouth of this this intersection. We should have good shots on the Thunderbolt at 4 hexes. Hopefully we won't be too much of a target, and if we do feel like we're taking too much fire, we can always step back 3 hexes. Laser Carrier Reckless Driving on Pavement needs a 6, gets an 8. Hoser takes 15 from artillery to the left arm and right leg, down to 4 armor on the arm, 3 on the leg. The assassin also taking 5 to the right torso. Friendly Thumper landing on the friendly Vedette to the right side, and the friendly Stalker in the center torso rear, 8 armor remaining. Thumper landing on the Vedette and the Stalker again to the right side and the right arm, respectively. Oh, and there's an assassin all up in your business. Alright, well, as we do, starting with the big guns, that's going to be the Thunderbolt on 1s, and what, 5s with the mediums? Oh, he's got partial cover behind this building, and that means I can't shoot the lasers. That's going to be PPCs then. For 1 heat. And hopefully that'll be 38 damage. Werewolf. Not have a single target, it's like. That's fine, because Werewolf is kind of out of this fight. Oh. I mean, hanging out on the edge of the fight, I guess. Ash at the Thunderbolt on 9s, because she jumped. Stiletto at the Vedette on 4s. Tsubasa at the Thunderbolt, or the Assassin. Assassin on 8s, the Thunderbolt on 6s. That's an easy choice, though. Let's try and take out this Thunderbolt. Watch, it's going to be like the first hit is going to be a golden BB, and the rest of this is going to be wasted shots. The Orion does not have a shot on the Sabakukaze anymore because it went down an alley. Does not have a shot on the SRM turret. Or anyone. That's unfortunate. The quick draw. Manticore, I'm thinking. Where's the Manticore weakest? Looks like the rear. We've got the rear on 5s with the large. But it's not going to be in range of the mediums. And we'll go ahead and shoot the large there, and then the SRM turret, I think, can take the mediums and the SRMs. 118. That's not going to be enough to get a crit. Ooh. We'll go up to 2 heat, trying to deal some damage to that turret. Laser Carrier, is taking shots at Tentacle Shogun at short range. Let's see, we've got Berlone on 7s and 9s. We'll go heat neutral. Hopefully we can score some hits. And we've got sprinted. Oh, dang. Alright, well, let's see how this turns out. The Vedette missing the Cronus on an 11. Hoser at the Thunderbolt hitting the right arm, the left leg, left arm, and left torso. Going internal on the left arm. That's a 5S, so there's machine guns in the left arm, but not much else. The dual SRM-6 turret at the Griffin, landing 7 SRMs, splashing all over, down to 1 armor on the left leg, down to 2 armor on the right torso, down to 3 armor on the right arm. That Griffin is getting chewed up by those SRMs. Ash at the Thunderbolt, landing a hit to the left torso, and nothing else. I was hoping for a little bit more than that. Panther at the Griffin, missing on 8s and 9s. Cronus at the Vedette, hitting it in the turret. The rear, costing it half of its movement points. And then the rear with 2 small lasers, but missing with the SRMs. Got 4 armor still on the rear. And he should be, what, a 3-5 movement profile now after losing half his movement points? Laser carrier at the Marauder on 10s, glancing off the right arm for 2. That could have been so much worse. I'm glad he needed 10s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10 for sprinting. Okay. Well, this laser carrier needs to go as soon as possible. Blackjack at the Thunderbolt, hitting the right torso, left torso, critting on 2 medium lasers, and left torso again. Down to 6 structure there. Thunderbolt at the Archer, missing on 7s, 9s, and 10s. Quick draw at the Manticore, hitting it in the turret with a large laser. And of course hitting the building with everything, down to 95 structure. So PPC should be able to do a crit to it now. Medium laser turret at the Phoenix Hawk, hitting it in the head and the right arm, down to 2 structure on that right arm. The Manticore at Ash, hitting her in the right leg with a PPC, down to 12 structure on that leg. Warhammer at the laser carrier, hits it in the front with a PPC, hits it in the front with a medium laser. Not able to follow that up. SRM 4 turret, missing the quick draw on 10s. The Darvish missing the Archer on 11s. PPC turret missing the Archer on 11s. Griffin destroying one of the buildings, I'm not sure which one. The Assassin missing Hoser on 9s and 11s. The Phoenix Hawk, our house officer, destroying another building. Medium laser turret destroyed. PPC turret destroyed. Thunderbolt falls down, finally, destroying his left arm and taking 2 to the center torso. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets a 3. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 6. Hoser does not have a physical attack to make. Warwolf does not have a physical attack to make. Ash, likewise. Stiletto is going to kick the Vedette in the rear and hopefully kill it on a 4. Orion. Oh, the quick draw on the laser carrier. We can kick when we sprint. Oh, nice. We need a 5. Maybe we'll get him in the front. Maybe we'll get lucky. Cronus kicks the Vedette in the turret. Quickdraw kicks the laser carrier in the left side, costing it half of its movement points. Griffin kicks the building for 11s down to 100 structure. Hoser's down to 1 heat. Sorry, up to 1 heat, I guess. Blackjack is up to 2. Quickdraw is up to 2. Griffin is at 5. Phoenix Hawk is at 6. The enemies are at 2, 6, and 8 for the Thunderbolt, the Panther, and the Dervish. The Assassin is rocking 0 heat. Which, honestly, in my experience, is kind of difficult to do with an Assassin if you're playing it very mobile, because those jump jets produce a lot of heat when you're not running running single heat sinks. We've won initiative going into round 8. We're at 91%, our allies are at 61. Primary op 4 is at 53. Thumpers will be landing in Thumper and Snipers will be landing in 0 turn. Wait. I had been thinking the Thumpers were friendly. The Thumpers are not friendly. Oh, that Thunderbolt wants to be all up in your face, Hoser. We're not gonna let him do that. We're gonna back the heck up. Warwolf is gonna... Warwolf is gonna try to take out this Vedette at close range and fire the LRMs at the Thunderbolt for a little bit of support. We're gonna stand still. The Orion on a 4. Can we make a 4? We made a 4. Alright, good deal. Let's see, a quick draw. He's trying to get over here behind the dragon real quick. Now, which way is this laser carrier facing? It looks like it's facing where Tentacle Shogun is. Tentacle Shogun can jump over it. Scarponi needs to be out of range of his medium lasers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to be 7 hexes away. Be at long range. We'll go ahead and be a little evasive while we're at it. Long range plus evasion, plus he's not a great shot to begin with. We should be alright there. Tsubasa's plan this turn was to back up to here, where he can't be seen by the SRM-6 turret, and he's got some range from the dragon. Let's see, Ash is... Ooh. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move there with you, so you're not in the fire of the lasers. Stiletto, you're not in rough shape aside from that left torso rear. Vedette with the machine gun and the autocannon 5, not much of a threat. I feel like we could stand still and not be in too much danger. Dragon could hit us with an autocannon 5 at that range. If we're not lucky, he'll hit us in the right leg or the right arm. But it shouldn't be catastrophic. Oh, and the Scimitar has come out to play. Let's go ahead and indulge him. He flanked 8 hexes for a target movement mod of 3. So let's see, that's 4, 5 for walking, 6, 7, 8. Should be able to hit him with 2 or 3 at least. Maybe we'll get him in the side and damage his skirts. Alright, everyone succeeded their everything. I saw artillery land, mostly buildings taking damage. Hoser takes 5 to the left leg. Enemy Vedette takes 5 to the front, down to 15 armor. Enemy Thunderbolt takes 5 to the right arm. Enemy Vedette takes 5 to the right side. Blackjack takes 10 to the left leg and left arm. Dervish takes 10 to the left torso, center torso. Carpathize, hey, how's it going? Things are going, I would say, moderately well, cautiously optimistic. And then I see all of these arrows pointing at someone who is not evasive this turn. He's taking shots from this Vedette and the Sabaku Kaze, which has 4 medium lasers, 2 SRM-4s. That could hurt, even at medium range. Sounds good. Well, to put it in perspective, we're the green ones. We're also trying to protect the blue ones, and the red ones are the bad guys. So, yeah, we've got reinforcements coming in from this side. They've got a laser carrier and a turret here that are producing a pretty nasty situation. Who is this and what are you shooting at? Oh, the SRM-6 turret can see Tentacle Shogun. How fortunate is that for him? He needs 12s, which is, I guess, acceptable. How close am I to affiliate? Um, I could be affiliate if I wanted to. They did extend that offer, but I didn't want to subject you guys to ads, so I've been holding off. Because I know my audio quality is not the greatest, and I don't want you to be watching me and then all of a sudden an ad pops up and it blows your eardrums out. You know what I mean? But yeah, they offered me affiliate pretty much right after I got to 50 followers, and I think I'm sitting at 70 or 80 right now. Alright, 7s with the PPCs and 9s with a trio of medium lasers. And then we'll follow that up with some medium pulses. 4s. And maybe a couple of SRMs just to try and get some extra crits in there. I'm not worried about ads. Thank you for the consideration, though. I appreciate that. There is more that went into the decision than that. It seems like a lot of work that I'm just not ready to commit to, for one thing. And I'm pretty happy with the way things are right now. I don't really want to change things. If I went affiliate, I would feel like I would feel compelled to maybe start upgrading some stuff, and now's maybe not the greatest time for me to be thinking about that. I've got some other things going on right now. So I apologize, but for right now, we're happy where we are. Or at least this part of we is. No worries. Well, I appreciate that. And thank you for asking. Nines on the Thunderbolts. Jeez. That Gale is really messing things up with our missile boats. Tens. Oh, I forgot Ash is the medium laser queen. We've got 8s on the Sabaku Kaze, but 10s on the Scimitar. We'll go ahead and take out the Sabaku. If we can. 8s, we should be landing hopefully 3 or 4 of those. Stiletto's going to continue firing on this Vedette with everything she's got. Blackjack at the back of the Dragon, I think. Dragon has how much armor? Pretty strong back armor, actually. And keeps the ammo in the right and left torsos. 6s and 8s, not ideal. Actually, no, that's even more than not ideal. That's foolhardy. I want to fire all the mediums and the SRM at his side before I go into his back, because we might be able to transfer some damage to his torso that would have hit his arm. Alright, where's the Manticore weak again? In the rear, yeah. So we'll go ahead and fire out a 6. 5. Do we have any secondary targets? The Dragon maybe on 14s? No, the Thumper turret on 5s. Yeah, we'll do some damage to the Thumper. Oh. Okay, starting over. We've got rear shot with the LBX and the LRMs. And the mediums and the SRM are going to the Thumper. using as much of the firepower as we've got that we can. Vedette missing Ash on 10s, the Scimitar missing Ash on 9s and 8s, the Vedette missing Warwolf on a 7, the Trebuchet trying to clear a Hex. Why is he trying to clear a Hex? I don't get it. Either way, he did 40 damage to that Hex. I wish he was shooting at, you know, bad guys, not inanimate objects. Sabaku Kaze missing everything with 8s and 10s. The SRM-6 turret on the Griffin, landing another 8 SRMs. Looks like he's down to 8 on the center torso, down to 0 on the right torso, down to 6 on the left arm. Griffin at the Panther hitting the center torso for 8, the left torso for 5, the right leg for 5. Panther at the Griffin hitting it in the right torso rear with a PPC, missing with the SRM on a 5. Our House Officer Phoenix Hawk missing, or not missing, but hitting more terrain, trying to clear out that Hex with machine gun fire of all things. The SRM-6 turret lands 3 SRMs on the Marauder 5A to the center, right torsos, and the left arm. Warhammer at the Laser Carrier has neutralized the threat, destroying the front and left side with paired PPC shots. Following that up with the Marauder, destroying the rear and almost destroying the right side as well. The Manticore missing Ash on 7s and 11s. Hoser at the Thunderbolt hitting the right leg, hitting the right arm, destroying that large laser arm. That's important. Large laser to the left leg, medium laser to the left leg, medium laser to the right arm, transferring into the right torso and critting on the SRM-2 ammo, which still had 49 shots in it. The Thunderbolt is kaput. The SRM-4 turret at the Marauder 5A landing 3 SRMs to the right leg, left torso, rear, and right arm. With Thunderbolt painted on the mech. Yes, indeed. That's one to be proud of. Especially considering that, yeah, you've been knocking them down at a rate very close to 1 per turn. Even if some of them were lights and mediums, that one was a heavy. A nice job. Good kill. Working his way up the mech list. Yeah, eventually it's going to have an Atlas on there. If it doesn't already. Stalker at the Vedette hitting the turret, the left side, stunning the crew and destroying the tank. LRM's 10s, one of them hit the Thunderbolt, which is already dead. Dragon landing a shot on Ash's right torso rear with the autocannon 5, down to 2 armor there. Archer at the Sabaku Kaze, immobilizing it with a medium laser. And only 1 out of 8 hit. That's against the odds. Cronus at the Vedette, hitting it in the front, hitting it in the turret, the left side, left side, left side, the rear. Immobilizing it, but not getting the kill. It's down to 1 armor on the left side, it's down to 1 armor on the rear, it's down to 1 structure on the turret. Quick draw at the Dragon, landing 2 medium lasers, glancing off the right leg and the center torso rear. I forgot the Dragon had that low profile. And the SRM's, single SRM to the left torso rear. The Assassin missing on 8s and 10s. The Blackjack at the Dragon hitting the left arm and the right leg, both glancing blows. And a solid hit to the left leg. PPC turret missing on 9s. The Orion at the Manticore hitting it in the rear. Hitting it in the left side and the rear again with LRMs. And hitting the Thumper turret with 2 mediums and 3 SRMs. Griffin stays standing, needs an 8, gets a 9. Alright, Hoser, we're not trying to kick a building. Same with Warwolf. Ash. Stiletto, you are definitely going to be kicking this Vedette on -2. Tsubasa, we're not trying to kick with you, nor the Quick Draw, nor Scarponi, Michael Shogun. Cronus kicks the Vedette in the left side, destroying it and destroying the vehicle with a fuel tank hit as well. And the Griffin jamming the turret of the turret in hex 3731. Which one is? Friendly Trebuchet is at 17 heat now. Or is it 7 heat? He built up 17 this turn. The Griffin is down to 3 heat. The Phoenix Hawk is down to 5. Enemy Panther is up to 6. Or is holding at 6. And the Dervish is down to 3. Let's see. The Stalker and the Awesome are both at 4 heat. They're gonna have to cool it for a turn or so. We're down to 90, almost 91% of our forces. The primary outforce down to 38% of theirs. Air garrison. Let's see. How's the math work out on that yet? We haven't got them down to 25% yet, do we? I don't think we do. But we're getting there. Thumper's landing in one turn. Sniper's landing in this turn. Alright. Poser, you're going to be as evasive as you can in that mech. And so is Warwolf. There's still a Valkyrie around here somewhere too. Ash, you're a medium laser special. I don't want you getting too close to that Sabaku. Cronus. Back up. Tsubasa. Walk forward. Let's try and pin this dragon in, can we? Or do we wait and take shots on the Manticore? The Manticore is very nearly broken. Only takes 9 points on the rear. And he's facing away from that intersection. We'll have shots from the Orion to do that. And the Marauder. Yeah, that Manticore is gonna be busted this turn, more than likely. Oh, we can walk to the Sabaku Kaze, get in a kick, and have the Scimitar at medium range. He was fairly evasive with a target movement mod of 3, but we would need 4s, 5s for walking, 6, 7, 8s. Hopefully we can roll better than we have been, get the immobilization. Alright, we'll go for the kick on the Manticore if nothing else, but mainly I just want to be as evasive as possible. This Dervish is also worth 1,000 points if we could take him down. Probably be an easier target than this Dragon, which is only worth 861 at the moment. And it has low profile, and it's quick, so it's going to be evasive. We'll jump so that we don't take quite as much damage. Marauder needed a 4, got a 5, so that was closer than I would have liked. Sniper turret landing on Ash for 10 to the right arm and center torso rear. And mainly landing on buildings. Poser has shots on the dragon, and not only that, they're back shots. And they're on 4s. Oh, we're gonna penetrate his rear armor so hard. I'll throw in the small laser just so that we're that much closer to heat neutral, because we don't have any targets for our medium laser. I can miss 4s, yeah, but hopefully not. You seem to have had better luck this mission with the easy shots than I've seen you have in the past. Warwolf has no targets, looks like. Ash is firing on the Scimitar on 8s as predicted. 3 would be nice, 4 would be great. We're just all laying into the back of this dragon, it looks like. Do we go for a single 7 or do we go for a quartet of 9s? Boat Fricker, hey, how's it going? I popped in earlier, but my dad thinks boiling onions is the same as sauteing them. And you had to teach him how to saute onions, I assume? Um, yeah, good times. We were kind of wrapping things up. We've got them down to about 37%. Our goal is to get them down to 25%. We've destroyed a couple of turrets, but not the ones that are throwing artillery everywhere. Hopefully we're going to kill this dragon, and that might be enough to bring us over the edge to victory. Let's see, other than that, you haven't missed too much. We've taken a significant amount of damage, but nothing too crucial. We are firing on the back of this Manticore, and we're firing with everything. Everything appropriate. That's back. No, that's on the left side. Oh, should have done him first. Maybe not the large. 8s all around. We'll go heat neutral this turn. Go rear on the Manticore on 6s. And we'll throw in some SRMs on 7s, because why not? We'll go up to 1 heat, just to guarantee the kill. Hoser, hitting the dragon, glancing blow off the left arm, solid hit to the right and left legs, going internal, and then small laser, solid hits in the left arm. I just did it myself. I was also messing around with wet naval combat in MegaMek, and 2 turns stunned, locked, and immobilized the LBX Mauna Kea. Huh. Stunned, locked, immobilized. Wait, how do you immobilize a naval unit? Doesn't it just like drift or something? Or does it just stop moving? I have to admit, I'm less than familiar with the rules for naval combat in Battletech. So you destroy the engine, does it just immediately stop moving? I'm curious now. Let's see, the Scimitar missing on 8s and 11s. Just flat out stop. Interesting. And then it gets the -4 modifier for being immobile, I'm guessing. So at that point, it's just a piece of cake to destroy it, same as any other vehicle. Ash at the Scimitar, jamming the turret, immobilizing it. Okay, that was what we were trying to do with that barrage. We just wanted him immobilized. No more movement, okay. But does it get the modifier? I'm wondering. Just out of curiosity. Not that I'm probably going to put it to use anytime in the near future. But how cool would it be if the Challenger Deep actually had a wet navy? We could like deploy it to oceans wherever we land and do our drops at. Blackjack hitting the dragon in the center torso rear with a glancing blow from the medium laser. Orion getting the kill on the Manticore with his first shot. The Manticore missing everything but 3 LRMs to the Marauder's left arm. Quick draw at the dragon, hitting the left leg for 2. SRM turret at the Marauder for 2 to the right torso rear. Warhammer at the dead Manticore. Dragon at Ash, hitting us in the right leg down to 7 structure. Marauder on the Manticore, which is already dead, only hits with 1 anyways. There's rather few naval units in MegaMek. Yeah, It seems that there are um, there's definitely fewer than there are tanks, for example, or warships. Uh, yeah, BattleTech has a much more rich history when it comes to um, space combat than Wet Navy. Um, I want to say there's what, like two submarines and maybe a handful of skimmers and maybe a couple, like a battleship or two, just about. Yeah, we would probably do something custom just so that it was nice and interesting. Let's see, SRM turret taking shots at the Cronus, hitting with 6 SRMs, down to 1 armor on that right arm. Trebuchet missing, or hitting and missing, dealing damage to the train, which is inconsequential. Griffin dealing damage to a building, which is inconsequential. The Assassin missing on an 11. Our friendly Phoenix Hawk hitting the train for another 15. Dragon needs an 8 to stay standing, gets a 9. We're not going to step on the pilot. No matter what anybody says, we will kick the Sabaku Kaze on a -2. No, 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 no. Alright, we kicked the Sabaku Kaze in the front where it had 35 points of armor, it's down to 21. Griffin kicked the building that it's next to for a possible critical hit. Kick the pilot instead, no. We're gonna pick up pilot Penny Bin Awad. Our friendly Phoenix Hawk is at 9 heat. Our friendly Griffin and Trebuchet are at 4 and 7. Our Blackjack is at 2. Everyone else is running pretty chill. There's still a dragon and an assassin on the field. They're down to 32% of the primary op 4. Let's see. Yeah, we need to get them down below about 4,000 in order to get a combined 25%. So we're not quite there yet. We are down to 90% of our own forces, and our allies are down to 59%. We did win initiative, but only by virtue of our absolutely massive bonus, because we rolled pretty badly and they didn't. Snipers and thumpers are all landing this turn. That's going to be ugly. Can we make a pair of 5s? I don't think I want to try that. But I kind of want to get him coming down this way to finish up over here. Although, honestly, Ash could do that. Yeah, let's see where the dragon goes. Ash is hurting, but... Oof. Let's let the dragon go first if we could. There's also... There should still be a Valkyrie around here somewhere, I think. Okay, Stiletto's just gonna keep backing. Well, no. Stiletto can take pot shots at the dragon, same as everyone else. Let me see. Yeah, at this point we're kind of just mopping up. I mean, there's the dragon still and the assassin, but even having one initiative. Oh, there's a dervish over here too. Probably try the deep sea map with only UMU underwater mobility unit equipped mechs. Next one mucking about. Oh yeah. Underwater mech combat is pretty cool. It's slow. It's slow and difficult, but I would say it's a worthwhile experience. But just be prepared to fall down rather frequently, and be prepared for some of your mechs to go down to hull breaches. Can we make a 5? Or are we going to slam into someone else? I don't have a lot of experience with the underwater mobility units. I understand that can help a lot as far as the mobility goes, but in my experience, when you're playing underwater, you're moving like 1, maybe 2 hexes per turn. Alright, let's mess up this dervish if we can. And the dragon still gets to go last. That's a bummer. Wet naval units go down more to hull breaches than actual damage hits? Yeah, same as like vehicles go down to fuel explosions or, blowing the turret off or killing the crew, things like that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I wish that dragon had gone before us. I don't really want Hoser over here taking on this dervish. That's not the best use for his talents. But I don't know where the dragon's going to go, and I don't have anywhere I can go where I can see where I think he's going to go. On 3, yeah, we can make a 3, I'm sure. Alright, Orion needed a 5, got a 9. Awesome needed a 3, got a 6. Dragon, running and turning on pavement, needs a 7, gets a 6. Falls on his left side, taking 5 to the center torso and 1 to the right arm. Needs a 7 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious. Takes 6 damage from the skid to the right arm and right leg. Skid ends. Stalker takes 5 to the right leg from artillery fire. Mostly just buildings. Hoser's Ride takes, ouch, a whopping 20 points. Left, right, and center torso, and the left arm is now internal. The enemy Dervish takes 10 to the left torso and left arm, and the Blackjack takes 10 to the right and left leg, down to 4 armor on that right leg. Hoser needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 7. Alright, starting with the big guns. We've got 8s on Dervish. We'll do 2 PPCs. We'll do a 7 with the large and the mediums. We'll do all the mediums. Do we cut down a couple points of heat or a couple points of damage? I think we do. We're going to go with the small laser. We'll be at 2 heat. Tsubasa will follow that up with a bunch of 7s. Warwolf, as usual, does not have a target. Still don't know where the assassin went. Oh, we've got shots on the SRM turret, and it has how much structure left? 116. That's not going to be enough to get a crit, but we can at least fire some stuff at it. Let's see. At the dragon, who's got the big gun? That's going to be the Orion. Time to get some serious paint? Yeah, indeed. On the enemy side, that is. 3 Mauna Kea and a Neptune on my side. I was mucking about with naval. I put 3 Mauna Kea and 2 Sea Skimmers, and only one of them sunk from raw damage. Yeah, sounds about right. Well, I mean, you shoot a boat with a laser, you don't expect it to not take on water. we seriously got 10s and 12s on this dragon? I'm not gonna be able to do any kind of damage to him at all. Strong Gale. Prone at range. Target moved 3 hexes. Target skidded. Well, at least he's gonna be prone. Might as well join in on the dervish then, so since those are easier shots. 9s and 7s, 9s and 10s. Throw in an 11 and a 12 while we're at it. We've got 8s on the dragon, we'll take that. Where's the Sabaku weakest? It's gonna be the right side, which we do have eyes on. There, there. Okay, we've got 2s and 6s. And an 8. Twos and 4s. And a 6. We'll take that. Puts us at 4 heat. Scarponi. Don't think you've got a shot. Oh, we've got a shot on the SRM turret. Might as well take that. Medical Shogun at the Dervish on 8s? Yeah, I think so. We'll throw in a 12 just so we can build up a little heat. Oh, I saw that Dervish go ugly. Sabaku Kaze at our House Officer, landing medium lasers to the left arm and the head. House Officer is dead. Well, that sucks. Hoser at the Dervish, hitting it in the left torso with a PPC, center torso with 2 medium lasers, head with a medium laser, right leg with a small laser. And I'm still kind of tripping over that lucky hit on the Phoenix Hawk's head. Let's see, our Blackjack at the Dervish, hitting it in the left arm, the center torso, and the right torso. The SRM-6 turret on the front leg Griffin, hitting it in the left leg, the head, right arm, center torso, blah, blah, blah. Stalker at the building, hitting it with both large lasers, hitting it with 3 medium lasers, hitting it with 9 LRMs, down to 79 structure. Down to 73, excuse me, after the SRMs. The Orion at the Dervish on 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s, missing everything. The Archer at the Dragon, hitting it in the left torso rear, the left leg, and the head, causing him to black out. He is now unconscious, and therefore immobile. It's going to be a lot easier to get a solid hit on him now. The Cronus at the Sabaku Kaze, hitting it in the turret, the right side, and the front. Quick draw at the Sabaku Kaze, hitting it in the front, and the right side. Not getting the kill. A dragon? Yeah, there's been a dragon on the field for a while. I don't know if we're going to be able to take it out and salvage it. Would be nice. SRM turret missing on 9s, the Marauder at the Dervish. Oh, getting a lucky crit on the left arm ammo bin. That SRM-2, destroyed by ejection. The Dervish, landing medium laser on the Blackjack's right leg, critting on his foot. SRM to the left leg. The Griffin dealing damage to a building. The Phoenix Hawk dealing damage to the Dragon's left leg. Blackjack stays standing after getting his foot actuator shot. SRM-2s have been very deadly today. They really have. That was, oh, what was the first one? The first one was the Thunderbolt, right? Yeah. And then the Dervish. Don't Dervishes carry 2 tons of SRM-2 ammo, which is ridiculous. You're never going to go through 100 rounds. Never ever. Not in any battle I've ever played in. Ash can kick the dragon on a -1. Yeah, we'll do that. Kicked him in the center torso rear, leaving him with 12 structure. Trebuchet kicked the scimitar in the rear, leaving it with 8 armor. Griffin kicked the building, jamming an SRM-6. Ran out of autocannon 2 ammo in my autocannon 2 boat, rifleman 2C, and mech warrior online. That's different. First of all, the autocannon 2 carries 45 shots per ton versus 50 for the SRM-2. So that's immediately you're on a different scale. Second, if you're running an autocannon 2 boat, presumably you have more autocannon 2s than you have tons of ammo bins. And third of all, that's MechWarrior Online, which I understand you can go through ammo a lot more quickly than you can in tabletop. When it comes to running out of ammo, I think my favorite example, I was running a quick draw, and I was down to my last 3 shots of ammo for the SRM-4 when the ammo bin got critted. It survived the ammo explosion. The pilot ejected, auto eject was enabled, but yeah, it only took 12 points of damage. 3 times 4 times 2, yeah, 24 points of damage from the ammo explosion, but it was recoverable, it was salvageable. I rebuilt it. But yeah, that battle lasted for flipping ever. It was at least 22 rounds in, obviously. Oh man, that battle really dragged on, and I thought that that quick draw was toast, but it survived. I was really surprised. And we finally have the primary outpour down to 24%. We can go ahead and declare victory. Everyone else defeats it. Defeat works for me. Artillery's gonna land, I'm guessing. Oh, Pilot of the Dragon woke up. Surrounded by enemy mechs. And prone. Hoser, it's only got you listed as having 2 kills. I know you got at least a third. Stalker got 4 kills, it says. Ash got no kills. Cronus got 2 kills. Tsubasa got 1 kill. The Orion got a kill. Warhammer got a kill. Marauder got a kill. None of the enemies should have gotten killed. Oh, no, because we did have friendlies that died. And did we glitch out? I think we glitched out. Yeah, go ahead and save. We'll call it bug just in case. Okay. And we will resolve manually if we can. No, we're running into the same glitch we ran into last week. Yeah, intermission time, please stay tuned. While I close this out. It doesn't want to close, so let me pull up the task manager again. JDK platform and task. Okay, close out of that. This back up. All right, well. And then we'll be loading our most recent save, which was 817. Okay, now we should be able to go to the briefing room and resolve manual. Yeah, I'd say we controlled the battlefield. We had them routed rather significantly. Alright, not save game. So, MUL, challengerdeep.mul. Okay, Hoser's Ride. Took some internal damage to the left arm. A whole 1 point of internal damage, but most importantly, it lost all of its armor. so it's going to need a fresh coat of paint. Let's see, the Stalker took a significant amount of damage to the left and right torso, but otherwise not terrible shape. The Archer took some internal damage to the right leg. It's down to less than 50% of its structure. Cronus didn't take any internal structure damage, but down to single digits in a lot of locations. The Blackjack took a solid hit to the right leg, critting on its foot. Let's see, the Orion, no damage, just needs reloading. The Quick Draw, no damage, doesn't even need reloading. Warhammer, no damage, doesn't need reloading. And the Marauder took a fair amount of damage from those SRMs and will need some reloading. Fortunately, no one but Warwolf got hurt. I was about to say no one, but then I saw Warwolf did actually get hurt. Sucks. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see. None of the turrets escaped, and I'm not sure which ones got destroyed, honestly. I think the SRM-6 single turret got destroyed. And I think the PPC turret got destroyed. I don't think we're going to be able to claim this base for our own. I think our allies destroyed more than 25% of the turrets. The Valkyrie escaped after losing its right arm and almost its right leg. I must have missed that. There was an urban mech on the field who never saw combat. There was a Panther on the field that didn't take much damage. I don't remember seeing the Panther. Did the dragon escape? Pilot was unconscious and surrounded. The mech is technically operable. What do we say? Is the dragon salvageable or did we let it go? Hold off on that for just a minute. The Sabaku Kaze was immobile, but did not escape. The Scimitar was immobile. The Scorpion salvage did not escape. The Saber, the Shoulder Guard, salvage. Locust, not too worried about. Phoenix Hawk. What do we say, guys? Is it fair game to claim the dragon as salvage, or did we let them go? The battle was basically over, but at that point we were like, okay, I'm ready to stop taking damage. So at that point, do we let them go, or do we let them, or, I mean, if he's willing to fight, we're not trying to fight. And this is basically what I'm trying to say. It's always fair game. I mean, only because the pilot was unconscious when we declared victory. In my opinion. Let's see. There were a couple names I was trying to remember. Yoshi Chaon. We captured. Was it Chaon that we captured? I think we did. Metacore tank, medium laser turret, PC turret, Panther, Phoenix Hawk, SRM, Sabaku, Saber. For the most part, I'm willing to let the computer dictate who we capture and who we don't. I did want to try to remember that, or try to capture that one whose name I was trying to remember. Alright, so many kills. The Scimitar was immobilized by Ash. PC turret was an ally. The pilots did not get killed. Tokugawa got killed. The Locust goes to 95. Yeah, that's 95. That's the one that goes to Hoser. The Sholigar. Or if we killed the Sholigar, or what happened. The Savakukaze was immobilized by the archer, piloted by Ash. Everything else, near as I can tell, looks to be right. Force withdrawal. How did we not force withdrawal of 75%? Let's go ahead and add the turrets to this and see if that changes anything. Okay, because that was the main objective that I know that we finished. We did have them down to down by 75%. We failed to preserve the Phoenix Hawk. We did preserve 50% of our forces. We did not destroy 100% of these turrets, but we don't want this facility to stay on the map either, because we didn't capture it. And I don't want it to spawn more missions where we have to try to capture it again. So I'm going to list those as destroyed. Preserve 75%, we did not. Force withdrawal 75%. Facility remains intact if this objective is failed. So I want to make sure and succeed at this objective, because we did destroy the base. There were 2 PPC turrets? I missed that part. Okay, so that should be right. We did destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units. That's a plus. We did not preserve the Phoenix Hawk. We preserved half of our forces. Okay, so that... Oh. Destroy cripple or force withdrawal to take control. I did something wrong. Oh, facility captured. Facility remains intact. We're going to accept this as it is, and then if we have to, we'll use GM mode to remove the airbase from the map. No, there is no airbase on the map anymore. Okay, so that worked out. We've got some prisoners who defected. Frank Dutton has defected. Brennan Pulley, Alf Torkelinson, Atle Yorshal, Rita Taveri, Nayuka Kityev, Ben Barrage have all defected. We recovered all of our mechs. There's going to be quite the repair bill after this. We're obviously going to have Vale Rassak being seen by our most elite of doctors for that bruise on his arm. We will also assign you. Actually, kind of want to just assign the rest of y'all to her, so that she can gain some XP so we can have 2 elite doctors. That works for me. Let's see, the Hanger. That was the Orion, the Awesome, the Stalker, Cronus, Blackjack, the Archer, the Quick Draw, Warhammer. Is that everyone? That shouldn't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We're missing one. Ah, there it is. The Marauder. Those should all be in the transport bay. I guess they were in the transport bay. Okay. What have we got that we can be working on right now? So our aircraft is all being worked on. Our tanks. Scavenger mech needs a fluid suction system. I will not get over that. Let's see, the dragon is gonna need some work. Let's go ahead and get started on that first. We'll have Chris start on the center torso, should have that done. We'll do that on a 4, that should be done tomorrow. Left arm, we can send that to Susan maybe? Yeah. The left leg is going to be a little more involved. Maybe we'll wait for an elite to do that. Other than that, it's all just going to be armor. We'll have, I guess, Tamalika do what she can. We'll have Fred Modry do the rest. He just gains 2 XP. Okay. But it takes 40 to go from veteran to elite, so we're still saving up. 110, 160, 70 minutes left. We'll have... We have a green tech with 12 XP. Oh, because she doesn't show up on the list for some reason. Wasn't that interesting? Which much? Yeah. So we'll have Shadha do ammo, I guess. Let's see. 20. Can we knock this out on a 5? I don't want to replace this leg. It's down to 43%. I think I want to hold off on that. We can have you replace the fluid suction system and the scavenger mech. We've got cargo pods on the way. Let's go ahead, we'll save over our last save, and then advance the day. What do we have in the way of unmaintained mechs and vehicles? We've got Grasshopper being overhauled, we've got Dragon. We'll have Helena do the Dragon, I guess. We're not worried about these tanks, those are salvage. We're not worried about the aerospace fighters, those are salvage. Okay, so we're ready to advance the day. Okay. Maria Theresia is improving the quality of this APC, which is nice. 2 cargo 1 tons have arrived. Bunch of stuff being worked on. We salvaged the medium laser off his saber. Fixed the center torso on the dragon. Nice. And now our repair bay is full again of all the stuff that we just came into. We'll have Rempie do this medium laser. That's it for our aerospace techs. Tanks being worked on. Okay, the Orion needs reloading. That's going to be a green tech. That's going to be Shadha. Stalker reloads by Shadha. Cronus reloads, same thing. Blackjack needs an actuator. Archer needs the leg fixed. Knock that out real quick. Knock that out real quick. We'll have Chris go ahead and start on this left leg, even though it's going to be a couple of days. We don't have anything coming up in the near future. only Wednesday, so we're not going to have any surprise battles in the next 5 days or so. Okay, so the dragon is almost fixed. Scavenger mech, we can have. Ooh. Let's hold off on that. Let's have this left arm repaired. No. Full time. That, honestly, yeah, we can have a green tech fix that. It's in such good condition. I thought we could have a green tech fix that. Here, son, this is how you repair internal structure. Let me show you how it's done. Let's see, we can knock out Guillaume real quick. Let's see, 80, 180. Do we have anyone with 180? No, but we can do someone with 90. Fred Modry needs the XP. We'll give him the little jobs. Need some heavy paint for that awesome. That is true. But it's fixed. It was only in the shop for a day. Let's see, the Stalker. We'll have some veterans working on that as well. Oh man, the Stalker's in worse shape. The Stalker's in rough shape. We've got parts on E. We've got multiple parts on E. It's not good, to say the least. I think we've got a Mrs. Fix-It that we can have work on that. But I think she's occupied. Let's see, Cronus. We'll have Veronica start on the Cronus on 5s and 2s apparently, and 4s. 245, 220, 135, 120. That leaves us with 15. Have Lonnie knock out the other 2. Where did Lonnie go? Not quite. On a 2 though? Yeah, we don't need a 2. We can do a 4. This foot actuator, we can have, I think, a green tech knock that out. Have one with any time left. Or a regular, maybe. Who's got XP? B, you need the XP. Got 5. Got 5s and 6s and 4s. Yeah, we'll go ahead and knock out some of these easy ones until we can get an XP. Then we'll have, I think, a veteran knock out this one. And start on this one. The Archer needs its right leg repaired. That might be another one for our elite tech. Yeah, I think so. Let's see, we can give Lonnie this job on a 6. Hopefully we don't screw that up. We got some 10-minute jobs on this Marauder. Because it seriously took a bunch of, looks like SRM fire. We'll have failed. Susan start on that. We'll have Fred Modry start on that. Okay, that's not just about everything, but it's close. Alright. Rifleman quality remains B. I don't see any changes, which works for me just fine. Tamalika Diesel is working on the Stalker. Halima is working on the Blackjack. Loney failed to fix the armor. Chasa fixed the armor. Veronica failed. Susan succeeded. Fred Modry succeeded. Pulling a bunch of sensors and engines out of these tanks. Got the engine out of the Saber. Oh, Penny Singh Gilmore broke a front left leg industrial. Do we have a replacement part for that? We do not. Order 1 or 2 or 3. When are those going to be coming in? Hopefully soon. Add it to the list. Of course, we don't know yet. We won't know until tomorrow. It's being worked on. Avionics. Do we want avionics being worked on by a green tech? Not really. Anything better than a 6? We've got some ammo bins. We could put on 5s. Okay, get those started. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit. That should be tomorrow. That should be tomorrow. That will not be tomorrow. And our elite tech is still occupied. So we'll go ahead and have Susan. And maybe a little extra time on that. Hopefully we don't roll snake eyes. Okay, so the Stalker should be ready in a day. The Blackjack should be ready in a day. Veronica, actually Fred Modry, needs the XP. Veronica start on the right leg on a 5, or do we wait? Let's wait. Have Fred knock out the last job on this art on the Marauder. We'll have Veronica start on this. Loney start on this. Waiting for this. Okay. Alright, going into Friday. Oh, the list got shorter. Maintenance on the Thumper. How's that look? That looks okay, except for all the E's and F's that I'm still seeing. Fix the armor on the Stalker, fix the armor on the Blackjack. The Scimitar getting the sensors out. The deck getting the engine out. The sensors off the Galleon is a work in progress. Landing gear, medium laser works in progress. Got the ammo bin out, one of them, but not the other. Failed to replace the cargo on the scavenger mech. Do we have anyone? Yes, Penny can start on this right leg. It'll be, I think, 2 days. And we'll have Fred Modry do this cargo bin. Let's see. We will have another front left leg in 1 day, followed by another one in 5 and another one in 7. And I think that's we've got an ammo bin that we can start salvaging. Yeah, go. Alright, going into Saturday. I'm thinking I'm gonna get through till Monday, and then that's where we're gonna call it. So just a few more minutes before we hit the 2-hour mark, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and save our game when we see if we've got a a mission coming up. Maintenance on the Vedette remains C, but trending upwards. Maintenance on the Saracen remains C, but not trending upwards, which is fine as long as it's not trending downwards. Penny's going to be another day on the Archer. Salvaging sensors, salvaging sensors, salvaging landing gear, medium laser. We got the ammo bin for the autocannon 20, one of them, but not the other. The Wolverine 6M customization will be done in, what is that, about 15 days, I want to say. Maybe 16. Grasshopper's going to be a while. The Awesome is going to be, what, 16, or no, 12 to 13 days, I'll say. Okay, Chris can start trying to put the leg on the scavenger mech and hopefully it doesn't screw it up. Right leg is going to be repaired. The galleon is a work in progress. The scimitar is a work in progress. Lightning. Can salvage ammo bins out of that with our green text, but that's about all they're going to be good for. Going into Sunday. Have you tracked APC? APC Blackjack. Trending upwards, love to see it. We fixed the right leg on the Archer, which is nice, and Penny gained an XP for it. She's now at 1 XP. We got the sensors off the scimitar. We got the sensor. Still working on getting the sensors out of the galleon. Landing gear, medium laser, work in progress. We got the ammo bin, one of them, but not the other. Chris, still failing to get the front left leg on that scavenger mech. Is there anyone else who can work on that in the meantime? No elites. The galleon's gonna be a bit. We've still got a green tech over here with nothing to do. Unless we want them for salvaging avionics or weapons or something, there's not much going on there. If these tanks are we ready to get rid of? This one, galleon. Are we still working on the galleon? Yeah, we're getting the sensors out of it. Okay, so yeah, that's the only tank that we are not currently maintaining. Plus, of course, all of the sabers and lightnings. All right, going into Monday, last day of tonight's stream. Maintenance on the Atlas D2 Mark III, trending upwards, and I don't see any red, which is absolutely fantastic. Some of the high-tech stuff on there can be difficult to maintain. Double heat sinks in particular can be difficult to keep up. Yeah, the Awesome is going to be 11 days still. What do we got? What do we got? We've got Chris can start on this leg again. That's a work in progress. We've just got a green tech and nothing for them to do. We've got no missions coming up for at least another week. But that said, it is time for me to wrap this up. We'll go ahead and save our game here. Thank you all for joining me. It's been such a pleasure. I can't even describe. I'm glad you were all able to join me. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio. Link to Twitch is in my YouTube and vice versa. That said, we'll see you next week. Have a good day until then. Boat Fricker, Virang, thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure. And yeah, I think that's about all I've got. Check out general chat to Silent K. What? What? I don't follow. I've been keeping up with the general chat. Unless you're talking about the Discord. which I will check on as soon as I get out of here. Ah, Discord link to Humble Bundle for BattleTech. I think I heard something about that previously, but yeah, definitely. If you're interested in that, check out the Discord. It should be on there, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bundle of holding. Noted. Next. Have a good one. We'll see you.